Yes, get ready for the legal dictation containing 500 words at the speed of 100 words per minute. Let's start. 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, start. The application filed by defendant number 1 under Order 7, Rule 11, CPC, praying for rejection of the plaint. Grounds on which rejection is prayed for are that the plaintiff has not come to the Honorable Court with clean intention and has tried to mislead the court into believing that the plaintiff is the purchaser in possession for that property comprised in Industrial Area Phase 1, New Delhi, that the plaintiff claims to be the owner by virtue of an unregistered and deficiently stamped document of agreement to claim his title to the property, which is not open in law to the plaintiff, as the plaintiff has not claimed specific performance of the contract, thereby due to have abandoned his right to claim the relief by virtue of provisions of Order to Rule 2 CPC. The suit therefore is liable to be rejected. That the plaintiff relies on a basic document dated 4/4/2003, which was only an agreement to sale inscribed on a stamp paper of rupees 10 and not registered, thereby making the said document inadmissible on judicial record by virtue of the amended provisions of Section 17 of the Registration Act and correspondingly inviting the provisions of Section 53A of the Transfer of Properties Act as amended. The said two provisions prohibit any transaction involving transfer of interest without there being a registered document inscribed on a requisite stamp paper as per ad valorem rates applicable, and Section 53A of the Transfer of Property Act enacts a bar against a party seeking a preliminary permanency or otherwise of title on the basis of such a document, even assuming for the sake of arguments the plaintiffs were inducted into portion of the property. The rigor of the said two provisions is writ large and apparent on record, due to which the plaint is liable to be rejected straightway. That the plaintiff relies upon a general power of attorney which has since been cancelled, and according to which at best the plaintiff, as on 1st April 2003, was entitled to have distance possession of the suit property as distinct from actual possession, and distance possession only means possession without being in physical occupation of the property. The plaintiff cannot convert the said possession into actual real possession to seek and prohibitory or mandatory reliefs not open to him in law for purposes of Order 7, Rule 11, in context of application filed by the defendant. This court has to treat averments made in the plaint as true and correct, and thereafter to determine whether the suit does not disclose any cause of action or is otherwise barred in law. It is stated in the plaint that plaintiff purchased the suit property from defendant number 1 after paying entire sale consideration. It is stated that defendant number 1 represented that her late husband Sri Surjit Singh, the perpetual lessee under DDA, had executed a will dated 16/10/2001 bequeathing the suit property to her. Stop over.